At work, I understand. JPEG, you should be here. What the hell, guys?
Alright, so what are you expecting from these teams right here?
So Bacon and Nightmare, they're a little all over the place. They have the strength of both being separately very strong players, but Marth he's hard to utilize right in teams. So that's where he's gonna kind of fall behind. Thing is, TC1 actually is great at teams. TC1 has a great team sense. He's got the Ganondorf, so it's a lot of heavy hitting. I say that, and he like smashes his teammate into Mars Downer. But I think a lot of it will come down to the one-on-one, especially because I would say Nightmare and Bacon are both stronger singles players than TC1. But then HomeMadeWaffles is probably the strongest singles player here. So it kind of makes an interesting aspect of the team. You got 1 and 4 on one team, 2 and 3 on the other.
I keep on thinking that the Falco is Bacon, but
it's kind of bizarre. The way Nightmare was getting away with all the kills on my team was the single stuff. They weren't doing teams things like at all against my team. It's just like Nightmare, he just like picked me up on some edge guards. We probably should have went Yoshins instead of Battlefield. But you know, it is what it is. Pokemon Stadium, stupid stage. Straight up, like this transformation, terrible, awful.
I did feel like they were getting more comfortable towards the end of the set.
Yeah, they definitely were.
But yeah, you can definitely tell that they're not static teams.
Yeah. HomeMadeWaffles going to town on the mountain transformation. Nightmare's got a chance to shine. Against Bacon over there. Or no, Waffles and Bacon, yeah, TC1 and Nightmare.
Yeah, Nightmare.
So Ganon's an interesting factor in teams because when he gets beat up bad. Yeah. But when he does work, he does a lot of work.
Yeah, he can get the kills.
Yeah. He almost is similar to Jigglypuff really in teams because Jigglypuff either is a huge factor or sometimes dead useless. Jigglypuff is a little bit more complex on how she succeeds and fails, whereas like Ganon, it's much more obvious when he's getting beat. Yeah, I'm surprised Brandon managed to recover just enough. I want Sword HomeMadeWaffles commentary very much too, so hopefully during singles bracket, during pools or something, we can make that happen. Yeah, I got to commentate with him way back, and it's been a while since. Oh, and accidentally slips Bacon onto the edge, and HomeMadeWaffles gets edge guarded. HomeMadeWaffles, the best player on the screen probably, is the one with the least stocks. Actually, Bacon Nightmare looking in good position right now. Yep. TC1 with a big hit on Nightmare. Oh, could be something sick. That was a cool setup, but Nightmare, invincible Marth. No matter how good you are, you don't damage an invincible character.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're finding themselves in the situation where Bacon's going 1v1 against HomeMadeWaffles and Nightmare's 1v1 against...
Yeah, that is a weird split. That is a weird split. Because it's been like the whole game that's been happening.
Exactly, so.
I think that's probably the way to do it though, because if Ganon, as long as Ganon doesn't get too destroyed, he can survive a long time even if he's losing. Whereas if Marth goes to work against Falco, Falco dies in like 5 seconds.
Okay. So there might be a method to their madness.
I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but I mean that's kind of how it can play out. Okay. But red team currently bleeding out, and HomeMadeWaffles first to fall. You're gonna set up TC1, gets the kill on Nightmare, but Bacon with a big forward tilt. That should close it out.
Yep.
Important forward tilt from Bacon. That was good.
Yeah, Bacon's like, don't forget about me in the back.
My man with the prom. I'm Evil Morty, the perfect human being. How can the perfect human being miss prom? That's correct.
It's true.
You called out of work and you still have to go in? What's the point? What? Oh, your boss also called out. I thought you were saying like you both called out and then you still had to. Okay. So your boss screwed you out of it. That's screwed up.
Alright, so this is best of 5, so there shouldn't be any bans.
Right. I noticed Nightmare's a talker. He between teams, between games, he was talking a lot about it. That's what JPEG does too. It actually annoys the hell out of me.
Really?
Like, yeah, I understand, but like, well, the thing with JPEG is he goes on for a really long time. He'll talk strategy for like inappropriate amount of time between games.
That's definitely a JPEG thing.
Yeah, as a JPEG thing.
Yeah.
Usually the generally agreed upon rule is like 1 minute is the tops. Like that's what the like after Armada's whole meditation thing. They're like, okay, that's kind of ridiculous. And like I understand it with teams, but like also if you're a team and you really cared about like the coordination, that's something you should have worked on before the tournament too.
So you're not all about that Smash 4 phone a friend?
No. I don't like coaching in between games that much either. I guess if you're doing it in locals and it's like the intent is the betterment of the scene, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're especially competitive, so I don't really like coaching between games either. So the idea with this pick is for Ganondorf to do a lot of damage and control a lot of stage with his forward airs. The thing is, they also trade it from Marth having the same exact capability.
All right, Bacon playing a little bit more conservatively now. He's trying to hold on to those last 2 stocks.
Oh wow, great spacing from HomeMadeWaffles. Bacon goes for a
goes for the
Randall trick,
Randall,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, that worked out real nice for Bacon. He got the Randall trick, ledge dash, killed TC1. All looking gravy for him. TC1 looking pretty good this game too. HomeMadeWaffles with the most stocks this time too. Oh, Nightmare, big combo on his teammates. Unfortunate. TC1 with the correct DI, Bacon with the one that gets him killed.
And that typically happens when you don't team a lot. That
Yeah,
you're just getting each other's way.
The fact that he went for the downer also makes it seem like he's not a big teams focused type player. Like usually you just shorten your combo so things like that can't even happen, and then you just make it work off of that. But yeah, it ended up working out really poorly for Nightmare because he spiked his teammate. Bacon putting on a lot of damage on HomeMadeWaffles. HomeMadeWaffles down to last stock.
Nice.
Yeah, big downer. Now Brandon suddenly, because of the big shift on those edge guards, HomeMadeWaffles in a lot of trouble. Wow,
Okay.
that was really good coordination. We were talking about how they're so bad at coordinating, and that was actually amazing. That was a huge all-in gamble with Nightmare because he after he did the up B out, that's an SD. So he basically was betting on Bacon to clean it up, which is relatively easy, but still, if you're not expecting it, like sometimes you're like, oh, I just let him back on stage because my teammate up B'd, and I did not expect that.
Yeah, and it's good to see because you know sometimes you gotta trust your team, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised at another Yoshi's pick because like that was a good game up until it swung real hard at the end. Instead, they're gonna go polar opposite of Yoshi's, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to counter Nightmare.
Yes. Which sucks because that's where we wanted to go, and that was their ban.
Okay.
So we did not get this option.
Ooh, okay, can you clean that up? Yep.
TC1 with the switch over, we did not have Ganondorf, which I also agree with on Dreamland especially. TC1 now playing Red Fox instead of Ganon, and it worked out pretty nice.
Yeah, he had a great edge guard against
against Nightmare, yeah.
So what do you think about Bacon's Fox?
I think it's a really good team. I mean, Bacon's Fox in general is pretty good. He's got a good team sense when he wants to. I think the only player I really have ever seen Bacon really shine in teams with is JPEG because they did it so much that they knew how to do it right, and when they teamed together, Bacon cared. Bacon doesn't care a lot. He's teaming with an out-of-state player that's your out-of-country player, I guess. That's a very strong player. So he might also be like wanting to step it up too in this position.
Ooh, he's going in.
Yeah, if the space animals are off stage and Nightmare's on and no one dies, that's a good look for the space animals. Because you're not seeing the PewFat setups with this team. They have the right comp, but the PewFat, there's a very refined teams combo like sense that you see from them. In this, it's much more of a 1 versus 1 is the plan. But Nightmare's really good at picking up these forward smashes too, kind of out of the blue. Nice
like
laser forward smash.
Teaming with Marth can be difficult if you don't.
Yeah, it really is. both player spacing have to be good. Because sometimes you'll get hit by Marth and it'll be your fault because you move too much into his hitbox. Sometimes Marth will hit you because he's swinging like a moron and he shouldn't be attacking there.
Yeah.
So it's a very complex thing with Marth on the team.
And that's one thing I noticed in his match versus you. That first game, he was just swinging.
Yeah, he was swinging a lot,
wildly.
yeah. And it actually got him a lot of footage. Like right at the beginning, Char died at like 50, like 10 seconds in. But it doesn't always pay off.
Right.
Nice air dodge from Homemade Waffles. TC with the edge guard setup. Oh, nice shine. He's going to save his teammate. No, he's not. Brandon chooses the wrong angle. Homemade Waffles setting up on Bacon. Oh, that was a good laser attempt to try to save TC, but a little bit too late. Falco's a very complex team's character too, because if you use lasers poorly, you're a bad teammate. If you use lasers wisely, you're an amazing teammate. And this is actually 2 versus 1, double space animal versus Fox. I would say let Homemade Waffles take no, actually I'd say let TC1 take the lead because Fox has better recovery against Fox, and then Homemade Waffles can set up combos. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Your recovery is not super good when you accidentally air dodge out of a shine.
All right, so we're getting a singles preview right here.
Yeah. Bacon on his off main. He's on the secondary instead. Homemade Waffles, to my understanding, predominantly a Falco main, but like near equal Fox play, I think, to my understanding. But
Okay.
Good DI from Bacon. He's got one more chance. That was a cool idea, but yeah, Homemade Waffles too ready for it. They're on the board.
There we go. The scores are correct now. 2-1.
It always sucks when you forget what the stage progression was. You're like, Final Destination. I love Final Destination in teams, man. I think it's such a cool team stage.
I'm surprised that they would counterpick to it, though.
I think Battlefield is the right choice for Bacon+Nightmare,
Yeah.
but they might go final. They're thinking about it real hard. They're thinking about it real hard. There we go. All right, Final Destination it is. One thing I don't like is TC1 uses headset during teams. Like, I like communicating. I haven't been good about it. Like, I'm not at the top of my game today. I haven't been practicing whatsoever. I really like communicating in teams. Watching PewFat play, like, right next to them, playing against them, like, and hearing how much they have, like, call-outs for situations and stuff, I was super inspired. I'm like, that is really cool. Like, that, like, they have this coordination. Great pickup from Homemade Waffles on Bacon. TC1 slow out of his shield.
Well, I'm surprised Nightmare missed that edge guard.
Yeah. I didn't miss that one.
Yep.
Homemade Waffles safely gets away from the 2 versus 1.
Yeah,
Lots of double shining, yeah. Oh, did TC triple?
Yeah, I think
Nice.
so.
There you go. Oh, good recovery from TC1.
Pair,
Does not get back to the ledge. He misses the up air. Oh, catches an up smash. TC1 has pretty good neutral up smashes. I think BDR is Vegas' king of neutral up smash.
Oh, yeah?
He's good at fishing for him. But TC1, especially in teams, you see neutral up smash a lot. Big alley-oop to himself from Nightmare. Ooh, no coordination on that. That's weird because Homemade Waffles waited like he expected TC1 to do it. Then TC1 did it late. And because TC did it late, Homemade Waffles went in late too. Because he thought, oh, I guess I have to do it. Oh, nice turnaround grab from TC. That was sick. I don't know about throwing them both in the same direction. Like I would have thrown one towards the teammate. Coordination from Red Team has been pretty great.
Yeah,
they're making it work.
Really their game to lose at this point.
Yeah, it's looking real. Like I said, I didn't think Final Destination was the right choice here.
No, yeah, I agree.
think the things that make Marth great on Final go away in teams.
Exactly. It's not a great stage for Marth, and plus I feel like you really need to know what you're doing in teams, know your rules.
Yeah.
And I don't think they have that yet. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's why I like it so much, because I like to be very coordinated with my teammate, and I think that lets Final Destination shine. I think Final is a good stage for Fox Sheik too. Scary position for TC1. He gets back on though. Nightmare's trying to kill him. This is kind of one of those strange leads where like blue team has more stocks, but could easily be very far behind very quickly.
Yep.
Nightmare misses the down air. Misses the second one. TC
been,
actually flips on him. Does
I feel like he's been slightly off. He's,
yeah, he has.
Not finishing his food.
Uh-oh, bad position for HomeMadeWaffles. TC saves him.
Oh, that was a smart trade.
And now it's just very bad for red team, because they could not clean up those stocks.
Yeah.
HomeMadeWaffles has to get both of these kills without taking too much crowd control, basically. Like this, that's bad. Very bad. Uh-oh. Wow, I don't know. That looked like Smash DI out on purpose, because he went way above that in there. That's
okay.
Good DI.
And this should be an easy double edge guard.
Oh, he burns him. He's on stage. Can Brandon salvage his winner's bracket here? Oh. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good games for both.
Yeah. I got to play now.
Yep. Good luck.